Hello and welcome. It's Thursday night, so it's an evening with the gang, or as I like to call it, an evening with me and anybody else that seems bothered to turn up. So, how is everybody? How are you doing? So with me tonight is Paul down here at Team Inept.
Hello.
Like and subscribe. It's like you got to say that Team Inept like and subscribe is the same as eModels, your one-stop shop for all your model making needs. It has to follow on. You can't say it without going on with everything else. Yes, so this is Thursday night. This is an evening with the gang, or just him and me. Some of the other gang might turn up at some point.
With the best bit of the gang, obviously.
The best bit of the gang, definitely, yeah. Well, look, I'm the best bit of the gang because I'm the gang leader, gang master, gang.
No,
not that one. No.
Sorry, your monetization just disappeared.
Gang host thingy. I don't know what. Anyway, so welcome. I see there are people here. Pascal wasn't as early as he normally is because he's working Thursdays now, but he is still here. And he was first, apart from me. I did ask where he was a couple of times throughout the course of the day, but he only just came in and said, "Sorry, I've got to work on Thursdays now." Borry Models is in. Paul Datasio in. Not the other Paul. The other Paul's here as well, but this is that Paul. Mickle Pickle and Sergeant Bones is in. He's probably in the kitchen though, so I don't know where he's gone. Jamie Bones come in, and Swinging Pig, and Sprue Glue Addict, and John Paul just come in as well. So welcome everybody. This is your new model. Bradley C's just come in as well. Just noticed that. This is the normal 90 minutes or thereabouts. Sergeant Bones. It might not be exactly 90 minutes. It might be 89. It might be 93. It's around there somewhere. 90 minutes of just me hanging about and, well, Paul building a house by the looks of it down the little picture there. Actually, you probably won't get the little pictures down there because there's only two of us.
I'll try to keep it on camera because that does tend
when Paul does his talky bit, then he'll come up big screen all the way there, and you'll be able to see his shed that he's building. In fact, I'll click on Paul, and Paul can say hello because I've done enough talking for now.
Hello. There you go. Back to you.
No, it's still on you. It's fine.
Yeah, I am building. Well, I can't remember the name of the kit now. Hang on. Where's the instructions gone? I'm building the Burton Tool Company HO scale craftsman, lots and lots of wood and stuff kit.
Is that just a metal ruler there? It's got lots of numbers on it.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, it must be on the other side.
Yeah, it's got a load of.
Is it like conversion things?
Conversions for Americans.
Right. Okay. Just wondering.
Yeah.
Right. While we're here, Sergeant Bone does say, if anyone cares, I'm having a German bratwurst and chips, because the bench and belly thing is obviously ongoing with all model making streams of any worth. Everyone always asks what's on your bench and what's in your belly, so we'll start with that. But I do notice Paul Datasio did ask me a question in the real actual model making type question. He asked, "How did you choose the name Gross Models for your channel?" And yeah, it's I wouldn't say it's an interesting story, but it's a story. When I was bullied into making videos by Fox and Ant at Model Making Guru and Bashing Kits, that's the word. I haven't seen him for a little while, but yeah. They bullied me into making videos, so I needed to come up with a channel name. Now, I'd already sort of decided that I was going to be building stuff in the 144 scale because I haven't got loads of room to keep and store things and display or anything. And it was just nice, tiny little things. So I decided it was going to be a 144 scale. So I was thinking I can't, it could have been Chris Models or something boring like that. But I thought 144, wait a minute, there's a word for that. And the word for 144 is a gross. So as well as meaning horrible, it also means 144. And cunningly, look, I got this logo made up, and we figured out a way of getting the 1 to 144 in the OSS. I couldn't figure out how to do anything with the G and the I. It didn't really work. You couldn't, But yeah. So Gross Models is my brand now, and you can buy your own Gross Models shirts and t-shirts and mugs and hoodies and hats and stuff at www.grossmerch.co.uk. I think. Certainly around there somewhere. You'll be able to find it. It'll be in the description in the videos.
Grossmerch.internet.
Grossmerch.me.everywhere.com. So, yes, you can buy your own stuff. Apparently, it means big in German. Yeah, gross is also large, and sort of horrible and disgusting is the other unfortunate meaning of it. But I've never been entirely certain if it's gross or gross. I think it's a regional thing, like Bath and tomato and potato.
Yeah.
So yeah, I say gross because
Yeah, so do I.
You know, but gross would also work.
Well, in German, it's gross as well. So
Mickle Pickle says, "I thought it was all because of me, because his name is his name as well." But you know, so yeah, that's the moderately interesting story as to why I am called Gross Models.
Didn't Mickle Pickle try to sue you for trademark infringement?
No, he didn't.
Why not?
No, he's lovely. He can't.
Okay.
Sprue says, "You're definitely gross." Thank you. I am. Look, it says it on my shirt. Yes. So let's see what's been happening in the chat. Too early for dinner, says Paul.
Only in Canada.
Jamie Bone says, "What's on your bench? What's on your belly?" What's the plan for the Easter weekend? Says Bradley C. Have you got plans for the Easter weekend, Paul?
Not particularly. I'm going to try and keep building stuff, and we'll play a bit of Division with you when you're around. You know.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Nothing too much. Oh, the mother-in-law's coming to visit for a night or so as well.
So you're going to try and lock yourself in the room with the Xbox?
Yeah.
Lock them out. Yeah.
Did I say that? Did I say that out loud?
No, I didn't hear that. It's fine.
Okay, good.
Yeah. No, nobody. It's not being broadcast on the internet, and there's not.
It does, however, mean that there is planned to do a nice Sunday roast on Sunday, though.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
That helps.
I just had a notice that there's 25 people watching, so welcome. I think there's probably 23 because I think me and Paul count in that thing. If you're watching and you're not watching on YouTube, then use the actual app or the website and click the little YouTube button down there to go to it. You can join the chat. Join in. You know, I've got the chat up there. Look, it's there. You can't see it, but it's there. Honest. And you can interact and ask questions and hang out with other nice people in the chat as well. Because
I'm trying really hard not to swear as well.
Yeah, that would be nice because the video is going to be monetized, and
well,
judging by past evening with monetized streams, I can make about 13p off of this video.
Well, does that mean I can give you 13p and just do all the swears I want? Then?
No, because this might go viral, and it might make 20p. You know,
imagine if it went viral because of my brilliant swears.
Yeah, but then that'd be viral and non-monetized. That would be rubbish. That wouldn't be any use to me at all.
Have we actually established that profanity definitely disables monetization?
I think there's a sort of sliding scale in that it's classed as being not favourable to advertisers. So I think the way it works, nobody knows how YouTube works, but the way I believe it works is the ads that might appear at the beginning. I've not got the midstream ads. I don't like them. So they only appear at the beginning of the thing. And it's some sort of auction thing that YouTube go to advertisers and say, look, this video's got 100 views. Would you like to put an ad on front of it? So, and they say, no, it's only got 100 views. Why would I bother with that?
Yeah.
But if it's got, you know, like one of my videos has got 50,000 views.
That would be the Hoth diorama.
That would be the Hoth diorama, yeah. And the Jakku diorama is closing in on it with about 14,000 views.
I still think that time that person offered to buy the Hoth diorama off, you should have asked what they wanted for it.
I should have, but I didn't. And no, I've still got it. It's in the other room there.
Just yeah, but it would not necessary to actually sell it, just to get an idea of
how much do you want for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
26p.
Yeah.
So yeah. Sprue says, "Are we allowed to swear in the chat?" Yeah, go for it.
Really?
Sergeant Bone says, "Speaking of which, you had an ad when the stream started." Yeah, I think that's how it works. I think at the beginning of the stream they tend to put an ad, and when you play it back later, it might or might not. I don't know. I sometimes click on videos that say they're monetized with ads, and there aren't ads, but sometimes there are, and it doesn't seem to make any sense to me. I don't think YouTube makes sense to anybody. I don't think YouTube understand how YouTube work. So what chance have we got? We were talking about the Easter weekend.
Then Sergeant Bones, the first 5 seconds.
Sergeant Bones did what?
He missed the first 5 seconds, apparently.
Yeah, well, nothing ever interesting happens in the first 5 seconds. I always make sure the first 5 or 10 seconds are just fluff. So yeah, nothing interesting happens. Nothing interesting has happened yet, and we're 10 minutes in. So you know, you're probably safe with an advert.
I'm building a roof. I mean,
yeah, but you'll still be going to doing that in 10 minutes time. So you know.
Yeah, it's true.
My Easter weekend, I'm going to be working on Saturday, so I don't really get a full weekend. But the way it's worked out now, I tend to be off on Tuesdays. So I've actually I'm off tomorrow because it's a bank holiday. But then I've got to go to work on Saturday. But then I'm off Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So I get a 3-day weekend for first time for a long time.
Yeah. Nice.
Although it's not strictly speaking the weekend, it's sort of an offset weekend. But my plans for it are doing as little as possible. I know on Sunday we're going off to the mother-in-law's to walk the dogs or something, or have dinner there. So that's sort of Sunday afternoon out the window. But tomorrow I shall be playing. I'm planning on doing a stream tomorrow on the Team Inept channel that Paul's on now. So
like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. We've got 104 subscribers now. So you never know. If you subscribe to that, I'm going to be streaming a game tomorrow. I'm going to do a game I haven't played yet.
Oh. Not that then.
Not that one. No. What was that one? What?
Subnautica.
No, I will be streaming that at some point, but no, I'm going to start a new one that I just purchased. A PlayStation VR thing. So I'll be wearing a Dodgy headset. It's called Giant something, Blue Giant or Tiny Giant or something. It's about a blue giant. And it's some sort of story based helping out the little people. My hands will be modelled in game in blue, being ghosty. So yeah, I'll be doing that at some point during the day tomorrow. I shall load it up and play it and stream it live. The problem with streaming VR games live is I can't see the chat. So if anybody does watch it, then by all means, you're welcome in the chat and come along and say hello. But I can't tell that you're saying hello because I'm wearing the headset. I can't see a screen, and it's, you know. But I'll read it back after. So
I can't even chat monkey for you because you're on PlayStation.
Exactly. No, it makes it harder when Paul hasn't got the console that I'll be using. So yeah. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing then. And then over the extended weekend, Monday, Tuesday, I expect I'll be playing some games a bit and doing some models a bit. In models, I've been not doing much during the last few days. I've got the mouses. Mouses. That's the trap. One of them. I shall throw over there, and that's the tops for one of them. I need to paint the camo on. I'm doing like tiger stripe type camo. So that's the base coat of the camo pattern armor thing. I need to brush paint on the stripes. So I'll be doing that at some point over the weekend as well. And that might be the end of that video. Depends how long it takes and what happens with that. I'll do some weathering on it as well. But then I'll get on to do the rat, which is about that big in 1/4 scale. Huge tank. At some point.
Yes, I'm going to call that Roland.
And Paul at Team Inept says, really, I can swear here. Yes, in the chat you can swear, just not with your real mouth. Because, yeah, that's the way it works. So go for it in the chat, by all means.
Already have.
Sergeant Rose says it made him miss the first 5 seconds of the advert, but yeah, nothing happened. It's fine. And Spruglu's swearing bum fart poo. That's not really swearing. I think I can get away with saying that.
It's not a very. To be honest, that's such a poor effort that I'm tempted to ban you until you come back with proper swearing.
No, you leave him alone. I'll take away your spanner.
No, you won't.
Paul says I've got 2 new kits today. A 172nd autonomous space fighter Blackbird from Star Blazers 2202. The second kit is a 172nd Zoids Saber Tiger Schwarzwehr. I don't know what that
sounds slightly uncomfortable.
The autonomous space fighter sounds familiar, but I don't recall Star Blazers 2202 as.
Star Blazers is the American name for Yamato.
Is it? Oh, right.
Yes. Vincent, if you ever watch this, I hope you're proud of me.
It doesn't sound familiar because I don't know it.
Yeah,
but
in
sounds
America.
familiar for a different
12 days.
reason. Pascal is currently painting some spoons to see what bread I should use for the Psycho Zaku. Are you in the spoon hut? I don't remember if Pascal's in the spoon hut.
I don't know either.
You should be in the Model Maker's spoon hut. It's
Phone for all
a
your
joke
spoon needs.
group that Paul set up with Spid, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah. People
As
actually joined
a
it.
humorous, we'll have a spoon. It wasn't called the Spoon Hut to begin with, was it?
No.
Yeah.
We then
I came up with the Model Maker's Spoon Hut name. It sounded very familiar to the Model Maker's Boom Hut. So, yeah, go and join that and put pictures of your spoons up. I can't remember where it is or websites or whatever, but we'll try and find it and put a link in. Oh, he is. There you go. He already is in the group, so I don't need to worry about finding the link for it.
Excellent. Yeah, I'd look, but I can't.
Apparently, he's got 10 plus Vallejo red colours to choose from.
That's a
So
lot.
paint all the spoons red and see what's what. So he won't be active in chat because he's painting spoons. Sergeant Bones says, swear in foreign languages, no. And I'm now not going to read out any foreign words because I don't know what they mean. I'm pretty sure YouTube will notice.
Foreign swears. That's nosy.
Yeah, I'm not going to read any of them out. Pascal says, did you all get the free Assassin's Creed Unity game? I did. I just downloaded it now. I've got a problem with my Ubisoft account because I used to have a email supplied by Orange, the phone company, which disappeared, but the email was still valid and fine. And then they said, oh, we're getting rid of all the email addresses. They're going to be going. You're not going to be able to activate them anymore. So I went through and changed all the email addresses to a different Gmail email address. And obviously I've forgotten several things that I signed up for using the orange.net email account. And I can't access it now. I can access it because I can still log in and say, this is my email and this is my password. But I can't change the email because when you click on the change email button, they say, okay, we've just sent an email to your old email address to say that, to make sure that you are who you say you are and that you're able to change it. It's like,
it sort of defeats the point, really, doesn't it?
I can't get that then. I can't. I've raised a chat thing with them a while back and never heard back from them because I think they're replying to the Orange email address. So I've raised another one tonight to say, look, this is this. Don't contact me on this because I can't get it. Contact me on that. It's linked to my Xbox account and my PlayStation account and my Facebook account for some reason as well. So I am me, honest. I can get messages on any of them things and you can prove that I'm me, but I can't get any emails to that email address because it just doesn't exist anymore. I don't think you can. I think it gets bounced back if you try and send to it.
Yeah, it does, because I sent an email to you by accident on that a while back and wondered why you didn't reply. And then I checked and was like, yeah,
I didn't get it.
Yeah, exactly.
So yes, but I have downloaded it. I haven't tried it. I've got it on the Xbox, but that was the first time I've actually logged into Ubisoft on the computer that's capable of running it. So I'll try it at some point. But yeah. Jamie Bone has a question. What's the best colour green for British World War II paratrooper helmets? I don't know.
Yeah, I was going to say I can give an answer, but it won't be the one Jamie wants.
It will be green.
The same answer as your answer.
When I paint things in colour, be it, I can hear an echo now. Have you turned your sound back up?
I haven't. No.
Oh well. When I paint things, be it, I say, real historical armour thing, like the mouse did actually exist, but the rat didn't, I think. But even normal aircraft or whatever that I do that are real things, I don't go for accurate colours. I go for that's close enough, that'll do.
Yeah. Does it look good? That's all. That's my.
Obviously, doing spacey Star Warsy things and that, it's like that bit's a sort of an off-white, that bit's blue, that bit's yellow. I just paint them like that. I don't care about, it's the wrong shade of Dunkelgelb, because who cares about that? So yes, if you want to do them green, and pick a green that looks nice and looks about right and go with it. If you want to be exact and get an exact for shade thing, then you're asking the wrong person.
Yeah, if you want an exact shade, going back to him again, ask Vincent.
Yep, he's in chat. Look, he's just appeared.
Oh, is he?
He says, evening, Chris and Paul, and good evening, people in chat, he says.
Vincent, answer Jamie Bones' question about...
Yeah, there you go. You see, just up there a little bit, just there, not where you are there, just there. He says, what's the best colour green for British World War II paratrooper helmets? So we expect a full discourse in exact Vallejo model numbers and stuff, and Tamiya
Yeah.
stock numbers and things. And also, you can come and join in the camera thing, and you can actually tell him with real words. So you're typing it all out. Yes, I am, says Pascal. What? Why did you say yes? I don't. I missed what? What? Oh, that was the yes, I am in the Spoon Hut. Yes. And he then put a link to the Spoon Hut group. So we might get some more members in that. You never know.
Yeah, it was one of those lovely links that comes up as blocked. So given that it's a Spoon Hut, I approved it.
Yeah, I approved it as well.
Yeah,
We must have approved it simultaneously.
Quality modding that.
So Spruglu is saying, "Evening, Vincent, and how are your ants?" There you go. And Vincent's saying, "By the AK World War II British uniform set, job done." That's sorted. There you go.
Yeah, so that's your answer.
Chris, are you doing anything special for 420?
Yeah, no, he's not. I can tell you that now.
420 is it? Is that April 20th?
It's an American thing.
They got it the wrong way around. I know that.
Yeah, and
What's
based on my knowledge of Mr. Williams, he's not.
I don't know what it is.
420 is the police classification code thing in the States for, I believe, person in possession of illicit substances.
Oh, right. Okay. Thank you. That explains it. In this case, no. Even if you do it the right way around, it'd be 24. And no.
The closest he'll do is he might have a little glass of brandy.
I might, yeah, but not because it's 420. Just because it's daytime.
Because it eases the pain of dealing with Fox, right?
Because I haven't got to drive tomorrow or something. Oh, yeah. So, no. Don't do drugs. Just say no. That's a bit 80s. Sorry.
Yeah, Zamo.
Yeah.
Roland, whoever it was. Yeah.
Came to my school and said, just say no. And we all said, okay. And just got on with it.
I'm just thinking the majority of the people in the chat aren't actually
old enough to know.
Old enough or be British.
British enough, yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to explain it. It's not worth it.
No. Look up Grange Hill later.
Yeah. Not the tube station.
I just see the titles with the sausage and the fork going into it. That's the only bit that sticks to my mind now.
Oh yes, that springs to mind. Yeah.
The ants are doing well apparently. They are many, and Sprugger's asking you post videos of the ants. Should do. I don't know.
Yeah.
Haven't seen any, but we could have Ant Cam live. Vincent seems to know a lot about this 420. He says 420 is the California Senate bill that used to outlaw marijuana usage, but is of course no longer in effect as California has legalized it. Pot is legal here now, says Paul.
Yeah, in Canada.
Yeah, I mean, if people around here are talking about pot, then we think they're talking about cooking utensils.
Or they're in the garden centre.
What's that? Pot? Oh, potted plants. Yeah. Or they're into electronics and they're talking about potentiometers.
Nerd.
It's scary that comes to mind before drugs.
Yeah, I'm far too lazy for drugs.
That's right. I mean, they make you all relaxed and sleepy. So
it's effort, isn't it? You got to go out and buy them off your mate down back. You can't get them in Tesco's.
Amazon don't deliver them. They probably do.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I mean, the fact is that if as I understand it, it just makes you laid back and sleepy and peaceful. And Paul's already like that.
Yeah, I don't need that at the moment.
If he gets more laid back and sleepy, we'd never see him.
Some people are thinking that wouldn't be a bad thing.
But not seeing you.
Yeah.
I'm just looking. I'm going to click on you again because it's more interesting watching you than watching my face.
Well, for you, actually, it is, yeah. Because
sort of corrugate something.
Yeah, I'm corrugating.
That's too long, that bit.
I know.
Is that how it works? Or do you not use a long bit all the way along?
I haven't got any bits long enough.
Ah, okay.
Because the strip it comes off is that.
Which isn't long enough.
Yeah, and I'd have to, and the way with corrugated card, the strips would be cut along the lines, obviously along the lines of the corrugation. So I can't do it the other way around. To
No, that's right. Yeah, it wouldn't be right the other way around.
Yeah.
What is it?
What, the corrugation stuff?
Yeah.
It's basically a thickly ridged piece of sort of card that's been, the toothpaste tube squeezer things.
Yep.
I imagine it's been kind of pushed through one of those, but instead of that big, it's one that works for HO scale.
Oh, right. So you bought it pre-corrugated?
It comes with a kit.
Oh, right. Okay. But it's not big enough for the kit. What?
Well, it's big. Well, I've used multiple sheets, and I've got spares because I'm sneaky. I've got a box full of. So it comes in sheets. I can't quite get it all on the camera.
Yeah, long sheets like that.
Quite long sheets, but obviously they have to be cut that way along the.
Are they not wide enough to go all the way along then, or are you just deliberately doing it as?
No, they're not. So I'm having to do it. Hang on, I'll grab this piece again because it's the full length. So it goes most of the way across.
Yeah, that seems a bit rubbish.
Well, the other thing is I could have mounted them vertically.
Yeah, but that's not the way corrugation normally works on buildings, is it? Or is it?
It depends. I've deliberately done this intermediate roof with corrugation vertical, and then the two on the two sides of the pitch horizontal.
Yeah.
Just so it looks.
I'm trying to think. My shed down the bottom of the garden's got corrugation on it like that, but I can't tell which way it goes.
Yeah, my old shed, the corrugation, it sloped front to back. It was a single thing rather than a pitch roof.
Yeah,
and they ran down, so the rain would just run straight off.
Yeah, that's probably the way it goes then. The way you've got it on the other roof.
Yeah, but the thing is, depending on actually thinking about it, given that that's the back and that's the side that's going to be facing the sea, I should have done it the other way around, because putting it into a rivet counter mode, the wind would be blowing this way, and it'd be blowing underneath each flap.
Yeah, but that just means that whoever put them on there is an idiot.
Yeah, true.
I mean, not necessarily in the model making way, but in the real life version that you're recreating.
Yeah. Both are accurate. Yeah. So, and the other thing is, I'm also going to have to work. I'm probably going to have to put a.
Just bend a bit over the top. That'd be.
No, I'm thinking I'll have to put a piece of tar paper over the top of that.
Oh, just like a thin V bit.
Yeah. So I've got the.
I don't know. Would you not build it with a bit that's bent over? When you're putting it on there, you'd bend it over the top, wouldn't you?
Yeah, maybe, because I suppose you can bend corrugated irons.
Well, yeah, it bends that way, and then the other way.
When this bends, it breaks.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you can wet it first or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I'll tar paper it. I've got the blue card I use for tar paper anyway. So. Is
that what you've done on half the other big roof?
Yes. Yeah. I only did those first three because I wanted to get the chimney in.
Vincent is giving us some drug lessons. He says, depends, Chris. There's indica and sativa. One is a head higher that makes you feel stoned and laid back. The other one is one that relaxes muscles and eases nerve pain. I suppose you better get them the right way around, because otherwise you're still hurt, but you can't be bothered to get up and do anything about it.
Yeah.
Right, sprue grew's my thing, says sprue grew. Funnily enough, accidentally leaving the lid off. Whoops. Yeah, I've done that with extra thin. I keep forgetting. I use it a little bit and then put the lid back on, but don't actually screw it all the way down.
Yeah.
And then wonder when next time I come to use it, there's less in there than there used to be.
Yeah, I've done that a bit.
Vincent says no vids of the ants. They spend most of their time in the nest, and they've covered most of the plexiglass plate. There really isn't much point. You need a tiny camera that you can just put inside with them and chase them around with it. Strap one to the back of an ant. Like they get them in their cat collars with the cameras on them. You can get one for an ant.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be really good. I'd watch that.
That's that one. Nearly there. Also got lots of windows and stuff to put into this.
I'd take it you're doing some sort of glass window, not real glass, obviously, but
No, perspex. It'll be clear acetate. And obviously, I've got
I
windows.
see a cat in your background.
Was there? Oh.
There was. Yeah.
I say was there. I saw him walking out of the room. So yeah, as in I didn't know he was on camera.
It's only a little bit where you're not holding where your house is now. It was visible in the background.
But yeah, window.
Oh, right, yeah.
Decided to do them in grey because might as well. But yeah, you get the plastic windows and doors to go in the thing. Interestingly, though, this front.
Can you come left a bit and forward a bit?
Hang on, let me flick over to myself on the camera so I can actually point it to where I want to. Point it to what I want. So that front panel, that is actually that is individual strips of wood I put on the front.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because it was, I don't know if you can see it very well, just like that, plain board, and it looked crap.
What is that? Is that where on the inside there's like a square bit at a jaunty angle? Is that the chimney?
Yeah, that's just the chimney has to go against. Yeah. And yeah, interestingly, a lot of people who build these, or those who I've seen who build these kits, the wooden ones, front foot, they do an awful lot of the instructions say a lot of battening on the inside along the sort of edges and stuff to support and stop warping. So far in the pile of kits I've had, I haven't had a single problem with warp.
Cool.
And I think the reason for that is the fact that when I stain the wood, when I colour, because that wood's been coloured with 3 or 4 different colours to get the effect, because it's sort of quite pale. Most of it's MIG panel line washes. Because they're all enamels, they flash off and don't warp the wood.
Oh, right, so it doesn't really get absorbed into it and
buckle it, yeah. Because the water it just doesn't soak in. Yeah. So that's a useful little discovery I made.
So how is the plans for the overall diorama going?
Slowly. I'm still struggling with a lot of the more technical aspects of exactly how I'm going to create the base and the overall layout. Where's my Stanley knife? There it is. But I've got all the ideas in mind. It's just actually taking that step and working out basically how the hell I'm going to do it. And I used Deadliest Catch for research as well, into what you can expect from a sort of a fishing port kind of place, and it's given me some quite useful ideas and stuff.
Yeah.
So the thing is, in my mind, it's good. In reality, is it going to be good? God knows.
It's kind of long. You've got like a dozen buildings or something in the
it's not
planning stages, isn't there?
It's not a small diorama. No, that's the thing, because I sort of felt like it wouldn't. If it was 2 or 3 buildings, it kind of wasn't worth the effort. So I figured I'd go for something a bit more spectacular. So yeah, it's going to be somewhere in the region of a dozen buildings, some stuff out on pilings in the sea, in the sea, and
you've got a boat now as well, haven't you?
I have.
Bob Bobbington's in. Greetings all.
The boat is over here, underneath a small pile of stuff. It's not been built yet. No.
Ho ho ho.
The problem I've got is the angle of my camera is not suitable for this. So yeah, it's a little shrimpy boat, and it's about 16 centimeters long according to the instructions.
About
manufacturer 16, yeah. Well, a manufacturer I hadn't previously heard of, so I was a bit daunted. But I saw the exact same kit was in use by Walthers, and I've heard of them, and so I thought I'd be all right. So I've glued a couple of bits on. So I've glued that and the little rope tie blah blahs on. I haven't glued on the house. And there's a little bit of stuff inside it, so it's a nice little boat. It'll fit the scene quite nicely because it's not huge. You know, when I was doing, as I said to you a few days ago, when I was doing some of the sums for the physical size of the crab boats and Deadliest Catch scaled down to HO scale.
Hey, what you have to tell me? Yeah, HO scale is about 72, does it? Or
it's 187.
87.
Yeah.
So 72 will get away with.
Yeah. OO scale is 176, and they're functionally seen as pretty much the same thing from a railway modelling perspective, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to scale the crab boats that you see in Deadliest Catch to the scale of this boat, the smallest one I worked out would be about 45 centimeters long.
Yeah,
so
well, the 144 harbour tugboat is about that size.
About that size?
Yeah.
Hang on.
I know you've got one half built.
Go grab it.
Yeah,
so
it's a bit bigger.
Yeah, it makes you realise.
So it's basically half the scale.
Yeah.
But a little bit bigger. So it would be huge.
Yeah, crikey, yeah, a tugboat would be massive. I'm going to see if there's a tugboat in HO scale. Because one of the things I struggled with that was the fact it was tiny.
Yeah, it's going to be basically twice the size of the one you've got there. So it's going to be.
Yeah. It ain't going to get
on your Dio.
If it exists, it ain't going on the Dio.
No.
Too big. I've got a shipping container as well.
That's quite nice. Is that?
I dirtied it up.
I can say it looks.
I've started dirtying it up. At least it was crystal clear. I didn't. The annoying thing was, given that this fishing village is either going to be in Maine or in Alaska, the likelihood of a Hamburg Sud shipping container is relatively small. But I couldn't get hold of the Maersk Line ones that I have seen in Dutch Harbour.
Well, that's the thing about shipping containers, is that they move around.
Yeah, you got a fair point. But yeah, I've started with some really basic, just some like speckle weathering on there with the steel paint.
Yeah, you just need some rusting and stuff.
Bit of basic streaking. So
was it you had some pictures of some shipping containers all weathered and rusty and stuff ages ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, dig them out. Sprue Glue's all excited. He's day off tomorrow. Yeah, I've got one of them. What should we do, Sprue Glue? Should we go somewhere?
You're going to ask me.
No, not. Paul and his wife are trying to figure out what to have for dinner.
No, we're not.
And Sprue Glue says pizza, no pineapple. Vincent says Flemish stew with Belgian-style fries and Belgian mayonnaise.
Aren't Belgian-style fries just fries, Vincent?
It's a bit like French fries, but with less French. I don't know about stew with mayonnaise. I don't think that goes well.
Sounds a bit odd, but
I'm thinking the mayonnaise might be with the fries.
Oh yeah,
it's still a bit odd. But
well, he's Belgian, so chips McMayo is like their national dish.
Yeah, it's true. Sprue Glue says Napoli 0, Arsenal 1. I think that's football.
Okay. Tally ho the Gooners, and so on. I do actually like football. I'm one of the few models we have.
Sprue Glue's got to work Saturday. Yeah, I've got to work Saturday as well. So there you go. Yeah. But you probably haven't got Tuesday off, have you? Vincent says it's a beef stew with a Belgian dark beer-based sauce.
Oh,
Belgian fries are fries which are first baked part way at 160 to 170 degrees centigrade rather than cooked. Let them cool and then finish them at 190.
So basically, a twice cooked French fry. When I have the patience, I triple cook mine, but it's
is it cooking the same way 3 times, or is it sort of cooking then frying something? Or
you chop them into chip shapes first.
Yeah.
So bigger than Vincent would have them. Then you boil them so they're cooked through. So you basically parboiled the potato. Cool them down, dry them off, and then you fry them in oil something like 120 degrees, so that you actually then have fried them, and then you whack them in at like 180 to give them the final crisp and give them the colouring.
Ah, right. I thought the third bit was going to be put in the microwave.
Nah, they're fantastic. They just take forever, so I don't do them very often. And it also means getting the deep fat fryer out, and that's a pain in the ass anyway.
Yeah.
But look, I've just added some detail to my scene.
I did see your Portaloo and your little person.
Yeah.
So,
I've got a couple of little Portaloos.
for some reason, it makes me think of Donald Trump.
Yeah, sorry about
that. Not the Portaloo, the person. Must admit.
Well, I was going to say either or. Yeah. Yeah, look, there he is. Oh, focus. Actually, look, that's that. You're right. It is. Look.
It is.
Yeah, this was. I got a pack of like 100 generic HO scale figures for cheap on Amazon, and they were crap. So I've repainted a few, or started repainting a few. Most of them are still in primer, just so that they look a bit better. And yeah.
Is that one that you've redone or not?
Yes, it is. Smarty pants. Oops.
Vincent's talking about Belgian mayonnaise now. He says, I'll not click on you anymore, because you might as well look at me while I'm reading out stuff. I'll be looking down there, but I'm thinking of you. Belgian mayonnaise is a non-sweet variety of mayonnaise with mustard as flavouring, though it can be flavoured with lemon juice as well, depending on preference.
Interesting. Because you see, with mayo, I'm a true lover of the Hellmann's classic mayo that we have over here.
I don't bother with mayonnaise with chips.
No, I tend not to, but I'm not against it. It's not. Oh, I found a load more corrugated roof. There we go. Awesome.
I did have chips tonight.
So did I, actually.
And when we're talking about chips, we're not talking about French fries. We're talking about proper chips.
Yeah.
Someone's cut a potato into 4 bits, and each one's a chip. But I've got some of that. What's the hot sauce thing that you like? Wiltshire thing.
Oh, the Wiltshire chili. The chili.
Yeah, I've got the sweet chili one of that, which is really nice. You just put a bit of that all over all your chips, and then it's just lovely.
Yeah, I actually, as you know, the lovely viewers don't, went to the Chippy last night because I wanted chips.
I didn't know you went to the Chippy last night.
I did. Oh, did you not?
No.
Sure, I told you.
You didn't tell me. Well, if you did tell me, I wasn't listening.
Yes, fair enough. You never do. Yeah, I went to the chip shop, the Chippy last night. Got the usual chicken and mushroom pie and chips, and shared a battered jumbo because I want a battered jumbo. And I learned recently that the leftover chips from the chip shop, the next day they're always horrible because they're cold and they don't taste very nice.
Yeah.
But you can rescue them. You can make them better. And you just basically shallow fry them so you heat them back through and they crisp up a little bit. And lovely.
Stefan last does say heating fries in the microwave is actually illegal, or it should be. Sprueglue's asking if Vincent has salad cream where he is.
Salad cream, hey.
John Paul says mayonnaise on French fries is a big thing in Holland.
Yes, it is. And so is peanut sauce.
So John Paul just said all peanut sauce.
I didn't even read that. I've not even got the chat open, so we're on the same page.
I don't like mayo.
Chips and peanut sauce is really. I was surprised how good it was. I really wasn't expecting it to be nice, but it was bloody lovely.
No, I don't like peanuts, so I wouldn't like peanut sauce.
No, it's basically kind of like a satay sauce.
Yeah, but peanuts.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. If you don't like peanuts, then I wouldn't recommend it.
Vincent does have, but any Belgian worth his salt baths at the idea of Dutch mayonnaise as it's sweet as hell. Now, mayonnaise and salad cream are different, but they're very similar.
I often forget that I've got salad cream in the fridge, which is an eternal disappointment because I really like it.
Salad cream's a yellower.
Yeah, it's because it's basically mustard based, isn't it?
It's not really mustardy, is it?
No, but it's like a.
It might well be in the ingredients, but it's not exactly.
because
You know.
mayonnaise is basically just eggs, oil, and more eggs. I think.
Yeah, just eggs and an egg.
Yeah, because for me, a good mayonnaise has got a bit of a nice eggy flavour to it, which is why I like Hellmann's.
You do know that you could add egg to it and make egg mayonnaise.
I often do.
Oh.
Mm.
No, not now. Too late.
And as soon as I realise I'm doing it off camera, I'm making more strips of tar paper for the roof. I basically cut a bit to either full width or part width, so you get a nice bit of overlap. And then I just use my fingernail to rough up the edges so that it doesn't sit perfectly flush like you wouldn't. And I'm going to glue it onto the thing. Then I'll paint everything. I've already done the first three. I'll paint them in Tamiya rubber black because it's a nice color. I may do a couple in German grey, and then I'll lay on a few layers of weathering on top of that. Again, going back to the panel line washes, which I've not got anywhere near a panel line with any of them, but they work, and they work brilliantly. I'll grab one of the ones. I'll grab the Palmer Ice building in a second and stick that on camera so you can see what a more heavily weathered roof can look like. The other thing, oh shit, that's too far over. The other fun thing with these is you've got to make sure that you paint the undersides as well, because I'm using blue paper because it's basically just nice thick, heavy duty card, sort of almost cardstock, and I just happen to have a load of it in a bag.
Right, rather than chatting away, I might as well join, I guess.
We've got foreigners in the chat. Vincent, hello, welcome.
Hello.
How have you been doing?
Fine now. I've conquered my bug.
Oh, you had the bug as well, did you? I missed out on learning about that.
A light viral infection. I basically just slept for the last 3-4 days.
That's not too bad, though.
Yeah, get it out of your system. So I won't ask what you've been doing then, because obviously you haven't been doing anything. You've been not well.
No, well, I've been doing things before I got sick, obviously. So yeah. I've been doing the back panel on the Millennium Falcon cockpit.
So what that is? Oh, I can just about make it out. So, yeah.
I hope it comes out because.
Yeah. They can't. Ow! I can't see anything now.
Wait, I'll see if I can do it myself on my.
While you're doing that,
oh yeah, looking good. I like that.
There's
You can just see it.
Yeah. Nice.
So yeah, now that that's almost finished, I've been drilling holes for the fiber optics in one of the gun wells as well.
I assume you're having fiber optics in both. You're just doing one at the moment, or?
I'm doing one off camera, and then I'm planning to filming the next.
All right. So you're gonna cheat and learn how to do it first, and then.
Yeah, because I was gonna film the back panel as well, but I sort of started experimenting with what would work, and eventually I settled on a thinned down one-shot primer, black.
Right.
So basically, it did the capillary reaction all around the raised clear buttons, and then flipped it around and colored it from behind. So
nice.
Red buttons, blue buttons, stuff like that.
Cool.
nice.
John Paul says he's off for a week. He's had a death in the family. His dad passed away at 88. Sorry to hear about that, John. I hope you're doing all right.
Condolences, mate.
Yep.
Paul posted pics in the boom hut of the new kits he got. I don't think I saw them. I'll have to have a look.
I can't remember. I've seen a lot. There's been a lot of stuff with people posting new kits today for some reason.
Was that from the Star Wars thing that you? Someone put a load of kits that they got from the Star Wars Celebration thing.
Anyone who went to Star Wars Celebration, I don't want to be your friend.
Unless you bought back stuff for us, in which case I'll be your friend.
Yeah. There we go. But yeah, now I've put the hopefully you can see it reasonably well. I've put the roof of the Palmer Ice building so you can see with a bit more. There's a bit of variation of streaking and a bit more different color. That again, that's still all I think that's still all rubber black under there. But I've
You
layered
know,
on.
Get
I don't-
Chandra to do some pigeons.
God, yeah, I wouldn't. A couple of HO. She'd probably do them just as well as those other ones she did.
Yeah, that was
But yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, I've layered on. So we've got some some rust-colored streaking, and a lot of where is it? The salt streaks for ships, AK, that I happen to have a bottle of lying around, because I figured if given that it's supposed to be facing out onto a bay, onto the sea, you're going to get a lot of salt spray.
It's going to be. Yeah.
And then you've got things like on the roof, on the corrugated roof, where you've got
Some rusting
at the top end where the rust is pulled,
it's
and
good.
then
I just want to see it all together and on a big.
yes, honestly, so do I.
So for the main building, are you like going for a lead slate roof or?
For this,
Yeah,
no, it's tar paper felted sort of thing. Hang on,
yeah,
sorry.
because it really reminds me of how like in Belgium and France you get these like 18th, 19th century buildings that have lead lined roofs, and
Oh,
it
yeah.
really has that same grey look. Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, but yeah, with a lot of these sort of these wooden sort of American buildings, they have a lot of basically what they call tar paper, what I would call roofing felt. I think it's the same stuff. So it's just the simple felting and corrugated roofing and stuff, and it's nice and easy to do.
Yeah, it looks good.
This one, fish.
Yeah,
Little warehouse.
It's what we would call tar paper.
Yeah.
Spruglu says, "What are your thoughts on the new Star Wars trailer?"
I haven't seen it yet.
I've not seen it yet. It's been like a week.
Oh,
I know you've not been well, but you've been well enough to watch a video. It's only like 30 seconds, I think. It's good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'll watch the film happily. If I don't like it, I won't watch it again. Simple.
Yeah, I like it. It looked good.
To be fair, I don't mind the new trilogy as much as some people seem to do. But the thing is, you need to remember is that this is a new trilogy meant for the new Star Wars fans,
Yeah,
and a lot of the fans that saw the originals in the cinema, they are comparing them both, which you really can't.
The trouble is, they're not comparing them both. They're comparing the new ones to their memory of the old ones.
Yeah.
And you remember it as being the best thing ever. It was great. And I came out of the cinema and said, it's the best film I've ever seen. Not the first one because I was 5, but the second one I saw at the cinema and it was amazing. And now I love Star Wars, all of them. I've not got a problem with any of them.
Yeah.
Some of them are better than others, obviously, because that's the way things work. But I haven't got a problem with any of them. I don't hate them. Just as Disney took them over, they ruined it. It didn't happen. It's fine.
Personally, I don't hate episode 1, 2, and 3 either, because when episode 1 came out, I was like 10 or 11. So, that for me, that was the beginning of the Star Wars experience, because I watched the original trilogy, which then got remastered when they
I was
brought
like 18. You're so young. But yeah, if you want proof of my opinion of the new trilogy, this is on my wall.
Yeah, but that's only to go with your whole Poe bedspread and stuff, isn't it?
Well, yeah, that's true.
Oh, dear.
No, I stand by the fact that I absolutely love The Force Awakens.
Yeah, I'd say I didn't. The Last Jedi I enjoyed as well in a different way, but it's fine. It's not.
I came out of TFA grinning like a little child.
Yeah,
I love Rogue One. Rogue One is one of my absolute favorite Star Wars films. The Last Jedi I've seen once. I came out feeling slightly disappointed, to be quite honest. Didn't hate it, but haven't watched it since. Meh.
Watch it again. It's worth a second watch.
Interesting. Solo, I remember we both really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
But I've not watched it since for some reason.
It could have been more. And could have been better.
It could have been more.
But it was fine. It's fine. It's not a great film, but it's not a terrible film by any stretch. I own it. I've watched it again. I haven't watched it as much as I've watched the original proper A New Hope, but
No.
Oh, there's one movie I have to absolutely see while it's still in the cinema, and it's Pikachu Pokemon Detective, because
Oh,
Ryan Reynolds. It's basically Deadpool plays Pikachu, so yeah.
It does seem that way. I keep seeing
Yeah,
trailers
I'm
for it.
gonna-
It's
I'm
yeah,
not going to bother seeing it in cinema, but
yeah. It'd be one to pick up, but I won't bother going to watch it.
at some point.
Paul says, enjoyed episode 7. Episode 8 just effed things up. I hope episode 9 fixes and makes things good again. It didn't ruin anything. It was all right. It changed things, but every movie along the line has changed things and brought in new force powers and the Chlorians. You know, it didn't need them, but it brought them in. But that's fair enough. It's fine. So yeah,
But yeah, I've not got angry about any of the films. You know.
I do like watching people get angry about the films.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it's like, man, it's just a movie.
Yeah, it's ruined it. It's ruined it. It's ruined it.
I mean, even the new teaser trailer that is like a minute long. People got angry about it. It's like, how can you be angry about it? You don't know any context or anything at all. You can't be angry about it because you don't know it.
Yeah,
there's an awful lot of people who are just angry because there's a girl in it.
This is true. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the neckbeard level among the older Star Wars fans is pretty shockingly high, to be fair.
Yeah. There's an awful lot of people who have a frankly toxic attitude towards women, and they can't handle it, and rude word them.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm trying not to ruin your monetization by saying.
Well done. I think rude word. You can get away with saying rude word. That's acceptable.
Good.
That seems like it would be acceptable. Yeah.
But then again, with YouTube, you can never.
Yeah.
Yvonne says, if anyone wants to see anything on TV, Band of Brothers on Pick Preview Channel 11. I don't know what that means.
To be fair, I've seen Band of Brothers that many times, and I've read the book itself like 3 or 4 times as well. By now, there's no point in me watching it because I'll just know, like, I'll literally be able to tell you what the dialogue is going to be like, you know, every fucking word.
I used to be able to do that with.
Can I just point out, Chris, that it was Vincent that ruined the monetization and not me?
I stopped myself. I didn't say it completely. I stopped that.
Yeah, but you said the worst bit.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Yeah.
YouTube noticed.
That is the highlight of my evening. It wasn't me that ruined the monetization.
Spruglu says Princess Leia was the best thing in the originals. I don't know about the best thing, but yeah, good. The original, I was 5 when it came out, so it was new, it was different, it was space and fighting and Jedi's, and it was great.
See, one of the things that winds me up about them, especially the real neckbeards, the real angry, proper toxic people, not the people who just don't like the film. They screamed and shouted and whined and complained that TFA was just ripping off the original trilogy and it was too like the original films and this and that. And then along comes Last Jedi. It's not enough like the original film. Make your mind up, guys.
It's too different. It's too different. Yeah.
Things being the very concept of being a Star Wars fan now seems to have become. To be a Star Wars fan, you have to hate what you love.
Yeah.
And frankly,
sad.
I've got an entire family that I can do that with. I don't need to do it with films as well. That's how it works. You hate your family even though you love them. I can say that because none of them are watching this.
Yeah, but they might watch later.
Yeah, probably not.
If they get a link, they get told to watch at 59 minutes in. Yeah.
Yeah, just link at current URL, current time URL.
Yeah, and just send the link to my mum.
Look what your son said.
She'd probably go, yeah, fair enough. I'm not surprised.
Really, it's not news to me. Yeah. Ah, dear. So, yeah, it's nearly Easter. Are you doing anything over Easter, Vincent? Is Easter a thing in your household?
Yeah, not really.
No.
Nah.
Not eggs.
I'm one of the unlucky ones. Even though I work in insurance, for some reason my office is open tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Which is like, yeah, because like every insurance company has got the bank holiday off, being Good Friday, and then I'm gonna be at a broker's and I'm gonna contact the. Oh wait, no, I'm not.
Well, does that not mean you can just get all of the junk done that you can't get done otherwise because you're too busy messing around with
Yeah.
people, or you just get to sit and scratch your balls for a day?
Yeah, I don't think that would work. Scratching my balls instead of just sitting there.
Well, you could say I tried to phone someone, but they weren't there. It's bank holiday. They're not working.
You know, it's really, really good. Look how much space I've got left in this bleeding roof.
Yeah.
I've got to cut a whole new strip of paper just for that one little
Oh
bit.
right. Well, it could have blown off. You could use it as a rough bit.
You know what?
Damage.
I'm going to go with that.
See?
Yeah.
That bit's missing. Someone might have put an extra bit of wood over the top of it or something as a makeshift panel.
Oh, look.
See? There you go.
Somebody has a plank handy.
It says public holidays at work should be like end of term at school. Bring your toys in.
Yeah. Vincent just bringing the falcon and working it all day, didn't you?
Falcon. Be all right. You get away with that. It's fine.
Yeah, and by the end of the day, all my paperwork would be covered in paint.
Nah, be all right.
I mean, no harm could come from that, right? I mean,
Yeah, as long as you've not got to submit it for audit, you're good.
Yeah. So yeah. So when we finish the year in half an hour or just under, I'm going to go and play some Division.
I might join you.
Paul might play, but I won't be streaming it. This will just be playing quietly.
I thought about buying that game, then decided against it because the Division 1 had such bad reviews.
I don't know why it had such bad reviews. It was great.
Yeah, I love it. It's actually one of my favourite games of recent times. Actually, strangely,
2 is better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard that the 2 is better, but yeah.
It's actually one of the few games that's released as a working game that actually does what it should do. I mean, it's going to get better. They've already done an update to it that's released a new end game stuff for it. But it's just fun, and it's one of those games that you can't walk away from.
Yeah, it's got a lovely sort of
whatever.
Yeah. Just one more thing I love.
Having that with the latest Assassin's Creed, I've been really enjoying that one.
The Greek one.
Yeah, Odyssey.
Yeah, I've got it. I started it and got distracted. But I seem to get distracted by all of the Assassin's Creeds. I used to play them and finish them, suck every bit of enjoyment out of them. But more recently, I've been getting into them and through them, and then just sort of going and doing something else. I've not finished one for about 3 or 4 games.
Yeah,
I finished Unity like a couple of months ago, even though I had owned it for like 2 years. I nearly finished. What's that one that's set in London? I forget the title of it.
Syndicate.
Yeah, Syndicate. I nearly finished that, but then I bought Origins as well. Started that, but figured I should probably finish the other ones first.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed Cockney Rebel.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I think I finished Unity, but didn't finish DLC for it.
Yeah, I haven't. The one based on Napoleon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the one where you actually meet Bonaparte and stuff like that.
Probably, yeah. I think I did a bit of it, but then got distracted by something else. Syndicate, I didn't finish. Origins, I didn't finish, and Odyssey, I didn't finish. yet. They're all still sitting there. They're downloaded and ready to go, and I could load them up at a moment's notice, but I just don't know that I will.
I've never actually finished any of them. I played a chunk of the first one way back and never really got into it and just never bothered.
The first one, the original,
Yeah.
was very samey. It was a lot of... There's only like 3 different mission types, and you were doing the same thing in a slightly different place. And it really didn't... It was fun. I enjoyed it. I played it to the end and finished it, but it didn't deserve finishing, really. It was sort of... Once you played through 3, half of it, then you've actually done all of it, and it doesn't really matter. But more recent ones have had different things, and it feels very different. So, yeah, it's worth doing.
Yeah, maybe.
Sprue Glue's going away. Good night. Little people are awake and running riot. So, yeah, go and look after your little people. We'll see you again next time. Next week, on the Thursday night show, is the last one of the month. So, it's the evening with everyone again. So, hopefully, at least one of you people that are watching now can come and join at least me and maybe Paul and Vincent and other members of the gang that might be around to actually be live on camera and talk to us with your real mouth rather than having to do typing.
Yeah, all being well, I'll be...
See, Paul will be here. Said he's definitely going to be here for sure. That's what I heard. So, for next week, get a camera phone, even if it's on your phone. I don't care. It's all right. It might make your battery melt a little bit, but
Maybe a little bit.
Come and join us. As ever, I'll start off with just me or just us, and then I'll put the link. I'll set it live on my page. If you're not on my page, go and check the Facebook page, Gross Models. I'll have it set automatically to go live there at about 8:05. And then from there, I'll spread it and populate it across the internet, and I'll put it in the live chat here as well. So you can just click on the little link and come and join us. And, it's apart from anything else, if it's just me some weeks or just me and a couple of people down here, you've got to be getting bored with it sooner or later, aren't you? I mean, we talk about different stuff, but, if every week is just me sitting here talking to you, you can't be enjoying yourselves. It must be more.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I could come around your house for that. It'd be fine.
Exactly. So it's nice to meet you and see you and hear you. And I bet you don't look like you sound like when you're typing. I bet your voice sounds completely different to how it does in my head.
Yeah, I bet Paulie's master has got a really high-pitched, squeaky voice.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. And when he says a boot, it'll be brilliant.
A boot?
He's Canadian, isn't he?
What was I going to say a boot for, though? That's Scottish.
It'll be a boot. Yeah. He'll be apologising and saying a boot. It'll be awesome.
No, he just, he'll be apologising a lot. Sorry, eh? But no, fine. You come and join us. So it's nice. Hang out. So other people have joined in the past. We've had people from all over the world, or in a couple of different places in the world. We've had Americans on and stuff. So yeah, next week, come and join us. Paul says, ha ha ha, no. I'm not sure if that's a no, I haven't got a high-pitched voice, or no, I won't be joining you, or no, I won't apologise. But either way.
He'll apologise, he's Canadian.
We'd like to see you and talk to you, because, otherwise it's just me sitting here again. What's wrong with my pic, says Paul. I don't know what's wrong with your pic. It's only a really tiny little pic on the chat thing. I can't really make it out.
Yeah, all Canadians, when they're 18, they have to swear on a picture of their founding father, Tim Horton, that they will apologise whenever they make a mistake.
Or whenever someone else makes a mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no camera, he says. Okay, well, you can just do voice, that's fine. You got a phone, yeah, you can do phone on that. You can do Hangouts. It's Google Hangouts is the thing. So if you're on mobile or anything, you can always get the Google Hangouts app. And then you can click on the little link and it'll work.
To be fair, if you've got Android, it's installed as standard.
Is it? All right. Apparently, if you're on Android, it's installed as standard. If you're on Google, on Apple devices, then it is an app you can download. I've got it. I know. Because it keeps, every so often it beeps up and says, you were in a chat and so-and-so joined it. And I have to go and clear all the notifications out from, like the Monday night e-models thing. After I finish that, there'll be a notification on the phone saying, why have I got a notification? And it's just saying that you were in a chat and Ted was there and Fox was there. It's like, oh, I'll have one now.
That's a bit weird. That happens to me as well on my phone. It's like, hey,
I'll have one now that will say, you were in a chat. It's like, I know, I was there.
Yeah, that's not. I was present for that, you know. I mean,
Paul says, we shall see what happens. So that I'll take that as a yes as well. Paul's definitely going to be here next week as well. So we'll have Paul and probably Vincent as well.
I'm kind of hoping that at some point we can persuade Paul to do a live hangout on his rounds around the factory when he's doing his checks. That'd be
Ooh,
awesome.
Yeah, that'd be quite cool.
All the little,
you're
all
allowed
the
to
little people singing.
You're allowed to do that now. Yeah. So that's next week. There isn't a show on Sunday because it's Easter and I'm out and busy and eating chocolate. So there's no War Hamster this week. There's no E-Models this week either because it's bank holiday, and we decided we're not doing bank holidays because
basically
and time off. So yeah, someone in the chat on Monday night quite helpfully put a list of when the shows are, because there's lots of bank holidays coming up now. So it's saying about we had a show, then no show, then a show, then a no show, then no 2 shows, and then no show. And
yeah, I remember that.
It was quite nicely worked out, and I'm sure it was accurate. I don't know, I haven't checked, but yeah. So the next time I'm live on camera like this is going to be next Thursday. In fact, there we go.
Exciting.
You get a week off of me, unless you watch the Team Inept channel, in which case you can still hear me. Although you won't be able to see me. You'll be able to see my virtual avatar in whatever game that I'm playing.
And you'll be able to see my bearded warrior through his eyes, through Chris's eyes, if we're playing the Division together.
Yes, we shall at some point over the Easter, no doubt, stream another Division.
Yeah.
I was hearing bearded, and for a split second my brain went, where is he going with that? And then you said warrior, Frankfurt.
To be fair, Vincent, you also know I've actually got an actual real beard.
Yeah, true.
An actual real beard.
Yeah.
Yes.
One that's glued into my face and everything.
Yes, well, apparently you...
As opposed to the plastic one that Chris wears.
No, it's a real beard, and apparently I've got to shave it off and send it to Paul or something, apparently, because he wants to glue it to his head. They were having a go at me on Monday on the E-Model show. Everyone was picking on me for some reason.
Well, just because you're lovely, it's because your lovely wife was being mean about your equally lovely beard.
This is quite possibly, but yeah.
And I hope she sees that because she knows how much I like your beard, so
she might be watching now. She does occasionally watch while I'm on the
Hello,
telly.
Gemma. Hope you had a nice birthday. I hope you were spoiled rotten by Chris and the kids.
A little bit.
Probably not. But
Paul says, I don't think the company would appreciate me walking around the plant with a camera. Just use your phone. It's fine. You can make out you're taking selfies and stuff. It'll be all right.
Yeah, just pout and stuff every so often. You'll be fine.
You do the night shift anyway. There's nobody else there. They won't know. It's
And
not like
fair, if they find out, all you've got to do is apologise.
I don't think it works that way. I don't think if you are Canadian apologising to other Canadians, that probably doesn't count as anything, does it?
Yeah, it does.
That's basically just saying hello, isn't it?
Yeah, that's just like that's like British people just queuing up everywhere.
Yeah,
it just happens. You don't think anything of it.
I love Canada. I've only been once, but I absolutely loved every minute. Even though I was ill, I got a cold while I was there, and it was bloody horrible being in a hotel with a cold.
It's because it was cold. Because it's always cold.
Yeah, well, it was October, but I loved it. The people were fantastic.
Yeah, I did enjoy it. Paul says there's no phones allowed in the plant. I don't do night shifts. Oh, sorry, I thought you were doing night shifts. Why do I think you were doing night shifts?
No, he'll do the early shift because if he's watching Foxy.
Are you like in high tech or something, Paul, that you're saying no cameras allowed? Because
no, he works in a candy factory.
It's chocolate. It's not exactly high tech. It's Canadian chocolate, so that's one up from American chocolate, I think.
Ew.
What?
Anything that's not Belgian chocolate is ew.
What about Swiss chocolate? Swiss chocolate's all right, isn't it?
Swiss chocolate is horrible. They think they're making good chocolate, but they really aren't.
I don't know. I mean, English chocolate's all right. Not that much of it's really made in England, I don't think.
Actually, a lot of it is.
To be fair, I say Belgian chocolate, but Côte d'Or, the little brand, which is usually a red box with a little elephant silhouette on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually no longer a Belgian brand because it's owned by Mondelez International now.
Do you know?
right.
Do you know the thing I hate about them? That their name. It irritates me
Why?
because I remember hearing about how it was created, and it was just this horrible twee corporate exercise. Because it's a contraction portmanteau of monde and some version of the word delicious,
Oh, right. Okay.
and it just irritated me.
Tiger Tank 2's in saying, evening, folks. Evening. You're a bit late because we're only going to be here for another quarter of an hour, but, welcome. Anytime. And Paul says, no, they make candy.
Yeah.
Berries, Sour Patch Kids, etc., etc.
Oh. Now, you see, while American chocolate, North American, I don't know about Canadian chocolate, while North American chocolate is like eating vomit and sweaty socks.
Yeah.
With a couple of exceptions. I have some American chocolate downstairs that's actually really nice, but it's M&M's, so it doesn't really count. I do like Sour Patch Kids. They are very nice.
Tiger Tank says, sorry about that, no excuse. Have you got a note? If you come in that late, you have to bring a note, or you have to stay late for detention, and that's after we've gone. So you're just sitting there watching the black screen when we're gone. And Lindsay, hello, my love. She says, "Yay, finally caught someone live. Welcome."
Just in time for us to log off.
Yeah, you've only just made it. You're even later than Tiger Tank, but we won't worry about that.
Steel paint.
Look, Paul's built an entire roof while we've been on air. So
yeah. I've been making progress.
And Vincent seems to be attacking things with a hammer.
No, I'm just punching little holes so my drill doesn't skate around a piece of plastic.
Right, there you go. Sensor punching holes.
Pilot holes, yeah.
Tiger Tank's going to get a note from Dad later. That'll be all right. Yeah, that's fine. I haven't seen him. He's not been strange. Yeah. And Paul's been doing roofs, and I've been sitting here looking pretty. So you haven't really missed much.
Yeah.
I keep thinking I will do something on one of these Thursday shows, but then I think, nah. If it's just me, then I might. But if there's other people here, I feel better to be doing the hosting bit, and
Yeah, that's the thing, because I have precisely zero wish to sit and stare into a webcam while I'm doing this. So I'm much happier doing what I'm doing and leaving the hosting to you.
Lynn says, I've never had British chocolate, so American chocolate is great. Yeah, it's the sort of, I don't want to say I'll send you some British chocolate, because then you'll never have to have American chocolate ever again. And it'd be like spoiling you for that one moment of, this is what real chocolate should taste like. And then for the rest of your life, you're stuck with the horrible American stuff. I
know several Americans who obviously are weird and prefer American chocolate.
Oh, yeah,
because it's what they're used to. It's what their taste buds are just conditioned to recognize as chocolate.
Jamie says to Lynn, if you can get them, try Whisper bars. They're amazing. And yeah, Whisper are quite good. Galaxy is the best chocolate, though. That's undisputable, really. I mean, Dairy Milk's all right, but no, Galaxy is the one that's got to be the.
Is that just? Are we just going pure chocolate?
If it's just a bar of chocolate, milk chocolate, because everyone knows Bourneville's the best pure chocolate. But if you're talking milk chocolate, then Dairy Milk's all right, but Galaxy is just the way to go.
Yeah, because if we're going away from that to your non-standard bars, then it's obviously the Raisin and Biscuit Yorkie.
Yeah, Raisin and Biscuit Yorkie is doable, but I could raise you with Galaxy Caramel.
Yeah, it's nice, but on balance, I would choose the Raisin and Biscuit, because you get more chocolate than you do in a caramel, because you've got.
There is more chocolate, but sometimes I worry that it's too much chocolate. Especially if it's been in the fridge, then that's dangerous. You could break a tooth.
No, you see, I don't keep chocolate in the fridge generally. I keep it in my mouth.
You should have some more in the fridge.
Oh, you know what? I've just realised. I actually think I've got several Raisin and Biscuit Yorkies in a rucksack somewhere.
Somewhere
that I bought when we went away somewhere, and then I didn't, as like
It's
case
been
you need
quite
coffee.
warm, hasn't it, since you bought them?
Yeah.
They might not be exactly bars of Yorkie anymore. They might be
It might be a single slab.
single.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, maybe if you can get it out the packet.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
Mm.
So look, and going back to actual modelling briefly, I'm slapping on, good old Ted, the top level dust wash. So MIG panel line dust wash that I've just spilt everywhere.
Yeah, you spilt on top of the roof. It's all right. It's fine.
Yeah, don't know how that happened. And then, because obviously it's really quite thick on there at the moment, I'm just gonna.
Tiger Tank 2 is a little bit confused by my too much chocolate comment. Hey, what was there was a big chocolate thing that was just solid and dangerous. Not Yorkie. There was even bigger than Yorkie. I can't remember what it was though, but it was just like really solid chocolate, and yeah,
I'm sure that wasn't just a plain Yorkie.
it might have been. No, I think it was bigger than Yorkie. Might have been a big Yorkie. I don't know. Bob Bobbington says Caramac is very good. Love it. I don't like Caramac.
Caramac
Really chocolate either, is it?
They're not horrible, but they're weird.
Not chocolate, really.
Yeah.
Bob Bobbington says Flake. Flake's all right, but Ripple is better.
Is the Ripple the one with the
It's
the
like a
outer
flake
shell?
chocolate covering around the outside.
Yeah.
Trouble with Flake is that it goes everywhere. You bite into it and it explodes. It's like splinters everywhere.
Yeah, but you're only meant to eat it in the bath. I've seen the adverts.
That's possibly true. But then you get melted chocolate in your crevices.
That's all right. It's there for later. It's fine.
Spids in. Quick hi, guys, he says.
Hi.
Paul, what are you playing at? There's no fresh paint on your mat. It's not fresh. There's old paint on your mat.
Doing that and suddenly thinking, hang on a minute.
Someone's got a can of yellow paint on the roof.
Yeah.
And Spid says Ripple is like Flake Plus. Yeah, exactly. It's Flake plus the containing chocolate to contain the flake while you bite into it, so it just doesn't explode everywhere.
All right. So yeah. Now I've put that dust wash on. Going back to modelling again.
Yeah, stop it.
You can see where it's picked up all the edges of the
frame bits
to actually give a bit of make it stand out a bit better.
Tiger Tank 2 says, I do miss having Tim Tams. I was getting those sent to me when I was working in Iraq. I don't know Tim Tams.
They're basically Australian penguin.
Okay. Just like penguin.
Identical to the penguin bar.
Why don't they get penguins? Because they're closer to the penguins, aren't they? Or are they further away from the penguins?
Cannibalism.
Which ones are penguins? Are they north or south?
South.
So they're closer to the penguins.
Yes.
Yeah. Lynn says Hershey and Reese's chocolate are the best here in the USA. Yeah, I mean that's the best in the USA.
Hershey's chocolate. Sweat socks.
Osric 9000 says Bourneville bars are magnificent. Yeah, Bourneville I'll go for as a proper chocolate.
The double decker is also a much underappreciated chocolate bar.
Yeah. I think I've got one of them in the fridge. Lynn says it looks good, Paul.
Thank you, Lynn.
Spid says Reese's PB cups. I'll take it that's peanut butter, is it? Or in which case you can keep it. I don't want it.
Yeah, like you see, unlike you, I like peanuts, but I hate peanut butter.
Is it not the same?
No, it's the texture. I can't stand the texture of it.
Bobbington says a bar of fruit and nut any day. You see, the fruit bit's all right, but the nut just makes it horrible. So why would you do that to yourself?
Now, I'm also as we know, I like the raisin and biscuit Yorkie, so I'm not going to complain about the fruit and nut. But I would choose whole nut over fruit and nut because I love hazelnuts.
No.
Are you just not a nut eater?
I'm not, I don't like nuts. I associate with nuts far too much to enjoy.
Yeah. He says he doesn't associate with nuts, and yet he's my friend. So.
I do associate with nuts. That's why I don't eat them. If you think Bourneville's good, try green and black 70% and blow your mind, says Spid.
That's green and blacks do some very good chocolate.
Indeed, yeah.
That's funny. I come downstairs and my mum's watching that some sort of a human interest program.
50 Shades.
And basically, this reporter walks into a strip club, right? And he goes to the most, bottom edge of society looking guy. And he goes to the guy, so what are you actually doing here? And the guy, drunk as all hell, says, I'm having a beer and I'm watching the girls. So it was so hilarious.
That's fair.
It's like what? It's possibly the stupidest question you could ask, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but
No, you're in a strip club. What are you doing? Well,
you just know he asked it to that guy because of the way he sounded.
yeah, because you know he's good. You're going to get a particular sort of.
I come here for the buffet.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's on at 9.
But how often do you come here? It's like at least once a week. I'm like, mate, on a normal worker's wage, that's pretty insane. Because it's like 10 quid for a beer in a strip club. It's like, hey.
Lynn says she'd better come over sometime and try British chocolate. Stefan Last says you should try Swedish chocolate. Good stuff. The milk chocolate, anyway. Not a huge fan of dark chocolate. Although I'm not saying no if offered. Spid loves peanut butter chocolate. Best combo ever. Yeah, get rid of that. And Paul has a question. It says, Walmart here have an international food section. Are their products they offer the same as what you have there? I've seen Marmite and Jelly Babies, as well as many other items. Yes, we have Marmite and Jelly Babies.
I can safely say that the Marmite in the international aisle will still be Marmite.
Yeah, Jelly Babies. If you're talking to Dave Barker, then they have to be not Bassett's. He doesn't like Bassett's, does he? Haribo Jelly Babies.
Yeah.
Are apparently the only Jelly Babies.
I have tried the Haribo Jelly Babies.
They're all right, but
I like them actually, but I wouldn't necessarily always choose them over the Bassett, the classic Bassett.
Speed says the Marmite should be the same. Awesome on fresh buttered toast. Yeah, so go try some, Paul. You like it. You might not like it, but if you get some and film watching it, film eating it, because it's fun.
Seeing as Lynn was asking how Enterprise is doing, well, it's as good as done. I just need to do a bit of weathering on it.
I was just going to ask, read that one out to you, but yeah, that's a Yamato next to it as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, see, but you missed the bit earlier on.
It's a different camera that you've got set up there.
Just on because my camera's on a tripod stand.
Oh, right, so you just put it over here. That's right. I thought you just had cameras all over the place.
No, I can just flip it.
You switch to a different feed. This is a shelf camera.
Horrible stereotype. I'm getting creaky because I've been leaning on the bench for ages.
Right, let's see. We've got.
And he's like, babies, the other white meat.
Real babies are far more nutritious and usually good do for a couple of meals, says Spit.
Yeah, that's
and,
why
and we'll leave it there. Right, I make it 28 minutes past, so I think it's time to start wrapping up. Because otherwise, Bones will come back and complain that we've done more than the 90 minutes that I've advertised 90 minutes, and we should get 90 minutes.
Yes.
Lynn says, "Wow, great, Vincent. What's everyone else doing?" I'm doing the mice back there, the mouses, and Paul's doing a house.
A roof. Well, the roof's it's not finished yet, but it's getting there.
Speed thought Vincent was Ted for a moment, then he came back into focus.
Yeah.
So yes, thank you guys, Paul and Vincent, for joining me tonight.
Welcome, mate.
All right.
So next week, I didn't say the rude word. That was Vincent's fault. So yeah, if I get demonetized, I'll be knocking on Vincent's door for my 12p.
So that's what 10.
Do you want to send it in pennies and farthings, or?
Yeah, I'll take it in feathers and tuppence halfpennies. Yeah.
Can you just send it in a currency that's actually going to have some sort of value, please?
I'll be generous and I'll send you a guinea.
Half yeah. As I say, next week is an evening with everyone, so you're all welcome. If you all come at the same time, then you're not that welcome. You can only come in groups of 10, I think, or something. So it's unlikely that the chat's going to fill up, but if it does, then just line up for an orderly queue, and you'll be coming in at some time throughout the evening. And that's the next time that I'm going to be here. I say, make sure you liked and subscribe to the Team Annette button. Click on Paul. Paul will say something in chat in a minute. Make sure you're following that channel, and I'll be doing some streaming on that at some point tomorrow. Mystery time. I haven't decided when. It won't be early morning. But at some point, I shall be streaming on there. Make sure you like and subscribe it. There you go, that one. Yeah, so we do video game stuff on there, and I do model making stuff and general chatting and hanging out on here. I suppose we could do a Team Annette live stream just chatting if we can get Fox in the same room, couldn't we?
Yeah, we could do it, all right?
Do game reviews or something. Sorry, Vincent.
One of these days you'll do a cross-platform game, and I might just speak in. But
it might happen. You never know. I don't know.
To be fair, the only one of us who's actually likely to do any PC gaming is me.
No, yeah, but I mean, there are cross-platform games out there, and it is a trend.
Yeah, true. But to be fair, I don't think you particularly want to play Football Manager 2019, do you?
No. So thank you all for watching as well. So you're all welcome to join in next week, which is the next time I'll be here. And other than that, I think that's it. Anything to close with, guys?
Nah. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Yeah, cheers for watching.
Watch.
I'm really hungry about talking about all that Belgian food earlier, so
yeah, I think I might need to go and find some chocolate.
Yeah,
I'm going to get a drink.
While I'm playing Division. So, thank you all, and those that came in late, you know what time it is. We start. Get here early next time, and I'll rewind now and watch and find out what you missed. It wasn't much, but
yeah.
Thank you all, and have a nice Easter, and we'll see you soon. So I'm going to click the goodbye button. So goodbye.
No, darling.